Well, I want to welcome everybody coming out here today. You look like a lovely audience. Hey, does anybody know the song Bill Bailey? I'd really appreciate if you guys could hum a few bars. Come on now. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? I'm on the... Didn't you read the script? I'm sorry, folks. You have to forgive me. I'm a little rusty after all these years. See, I started in 1900. Professionally, that is. I was 17 at the time of my vaudeville debut. Much to everyone's surprise, including my own, it turned into a lifetime career. Well, let me back up a bit here. My name is Frank Carmen Cronkhite. Thank you, thank you. Lovely audience, lovely. I was born in 1883 to a local pioneer family. My father was James Cronkhite. Now, he and my mother instilled in me an enduring love of family and community, especially for this area of the Adirondacks. Now, I became proficient at juggling and baton twirling at a very early age. And I have to admit, I was a bit of a show-off as well. I just simply loved performing. So when that opportunity came by for me to join a vaudeville troupe, I didn't hesitate a moment. Nor have I ever regretted that decision. Because performing is where it's at. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of my career as a performer. I'm even more proud that my wife, Ethel, after we were married, she joined the act. And together we were a vaudeville troupe to be reckoned with. Together we traveled the circuits for many years as Frank and Ethel Carmen. Although I was once proclaimed by a vaudeville review magazine by Zit as Carmen the Great. Thank you very much. My skills weren't limited to juggling and baton twirling only. Along the way I picked up novelty hoop rolling. Matter of fact, in some circles, I was known as Master of the Hoops. Comedy wasn't my forte, however. Well, although I wasn't a professional musician, I was once hired as a band leader for George M. Cohen's production of Merry Minstrels, 1927. For years we traveled the vaudeville circuits and performed at various nightclubs and theaters all throughout this country and in Canada in the winter and the fall seasons. In the summer seasons we came home to Glens Falls. We had a home over on Glen Lake and appropriately called it Carmen's Rest. There we taught juggling and baton twirling. Speaking of baton twirling, along with some of my local majorettes, and I was able to perform in many parades in and around the area. Oh, you should have seen us. We were just spectacular. Why, well, one parade I remember in particular, it was in 1944. Yes, it was a parade to promote a local local scrap paper drive for World War II. Anybody here remember World War II? It's okay, it's something to remember. I'm sure you remember a lot of those drives. Wasn't butter a treat? Whenever we weren't traveling as vaudeville performers, we did consider Glens Falls to be our home, and we participated in many local activities. For instance, I was a member of the Glens Falls Lodge BPO Elks, and we participated in many other local vicinities, especially the fundraisers, get-togethers for World War II. For years, I was a proprietor of the Park Theater. Now, did I hear that the Park Theater is being refurbished? And that's going to be open again very soon for... Oh, I certainly hope so. As I remember, that was a very desirable venue. In the 1940s, we stopped traveling in the vaudeville circuit and stayed at Carmen's Rest and continued to teaching juggling and baton-twirling. However, in 1945, I was obliged to discontinue that school. I contracted ptomaine poison and had a heart attack. I was taken to Glens Falls Hospital and then later to McMaster Nursing Home. And from there, I made my entry on that big stage in the sky on December 31st, 1945. Now, if I could have a few more bars of Bill Bailey, I will take my final bow. I will make my exit. You've been a wonderful audience. Please don't forget to applaud. Thank you. Thank you very much. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Let's try that again. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? I'm on the whole night long. I'll do the dishes, honey. I'll pay the rent. I know I've done you wrong. La da 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 da. Thank you all. Thank you all.